Hey everybody, Ace Channel Liam here, and it's Tuesday, and you know what that means? Monday was yesterday. No, it's Form Fight. Form Fight is a series where we take a look at a Pokemon with more than one form, or a branched evolution, or a counterpart Pokemon. We have a look at the differences between the Pokemon in question, and we try and work out which one is the best. And so we can see these Pokemon in action on the battlefield. We also have a Metronome Battle between them, just for a little bit of fun. If you're a fan of Form Fight already and you're ready for more, make sure you hit the like button, show you're enjoying the series, and of course hit subscribe if you're new so you never miss an episode. With all that out of the way, let's have a look at today's challenges. Today we're going to be looking at the branched evolutions of Cosmoem, which are Solgaleo and Lunala. Cosmoem of course evolves at level 53, but the game it evolves in determines which evolutionary path it will take. Evolving Cosmoem in Pokemon Sun or Pokemon Ultra Sun will result in Solgaleo. Evolving Cosmoem in Pokemon Moon or Pokemon Ultra Moon will give you Lunala. Granted, the lore behind these Pokemon does actually contradict this, but we'll get to that. But what makes these branched evolutions so different? Let's take a look. According to the Pokedex, Solgaleo is 3.4 meters tall and weighs 230 kilograms. Its Pokedex information reads, sometimes the result of it opening an ultra wormhole is that energy and life forms from other worlds are called here to this world. In writings from the distant past, it's called by the name the beast that devours the sun. As for Lunala, it's 4 meters tall and weighs 120 kilograms. Its Pokedex information says it sometimes summons unknown powers and life forms here to this world from holes that lead to other worlds. Records of it exist in writings from long, long ago, where it was known by the name the beast that calls the moon. Now, I've used the Pokedex information from Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon in here, but if you read Solgaleo and Lunala's Pokedex information from Sun and Moon, it says that Solgaleo is a male evolution of Cosmog, and it says that Lunala is a female evolution of Cosmog and Cosmoem, but they're genderless Pokemon. So, well done, Pokemon. You've messed everything up. Appearance-wise, Solgaleo is a gigantic white lion with yellow and orange details and black paws. And Lunala is a huge bat-like creature with cosmic blue skin and large skeletal structures around the edges of its wings. In their shiny forms, Solgaleo's white turns to a bright red, and Lunala's blue coloration turns to a more burgundy colour. Now let's have a look at their typing, weaknesses, and resistances. First up, Solgaleo is a dual-type Psychic and Steel Pokemon, which makes it weak to Ground, Ghost, Fire, and Dark-type moves. It resists Normal, Flying, Rock, Steel, Grass, Psychic, Ice, Dragon, and Fairy-type attacks, and is completely immune to Poison-type moves. Lunala, on the other hand, is a dual-type Psychic and Ghost Pokemon, which makes it weak to only Ghost and Dark-type moves. However, both these weaknesses are 4 times weaknesses. Lunala resists Poison and Psychic attacks, and is completely immune to both Normal and Fighting-type moves. Now let's take a look at their stats and abilities. As with most legendary Pokemon, Solgaleo has very impressive stats, with incredible HP and attack, excellent defense and special attack, and even its lowest stats, its speed and special defense respectively, are very decent. Solgaleo's only ability is Full Metal Body, which prevents Solgaleo's stats being lowered by opponents' moves or abilities. It's basically the same as Clear Body, except this move can't be ignored by abilities like Mold Breaker. It's a great ability since the last thing you want is your Solgaleo getting its attack nerfed by your opponents, although it doesn't scream legendary ability to me. I guess it's better than Pressure at least. Lunala has the same stat distribution as Solgaleo, except its attack and defense are switched with its special attack and special defense respectively. Its only ability is Shadow Shield, which reduces the damage Lunala takes from damage-dealing moves by half when Lunala's at max HP. This is pretty much the same as Multiscale, except, much like Full Metal Body, it can't be ignored by moves and abilities like Mold Breaker. Although technically fixed damage moves like Dragon Rage aren't affected by it, so they do kind of ignore it. This would be a handy ability for keeping Lunala out of danger for longer. However, once that shield's broken, Lunala's 2 4 times weaknesses tend to make quick work of it, especially in a double battle where 2 quick Pokemon can both target Lunala with 4 times effective moves. Now it's time for me to decide which of these 2 branched evolutions of Cosmoem I prefer, and I'm definitely going with Solgaleo. I'm not big on the whole very generic looking lion design of it. I do think Lunala looks a bit more interesting and a bit more like a legendary Pokemon, but Solgaleo's typing just absolutely wins it over for me. Its ability, I feel, is a little bit better than Shadow Shield as well. Although I feel like Shadow Shield on Solgaleo may have been better, because obviously Solgaleo is much, much bulkier, which would make it even more difficult to take down, especially when Solgaleo's got so many more resistances than Lunala. It just makes more sense that Solgaleo could absolutely trash Lunala, as much as, you know, Lunala's the better looking Pokemon. But of course, it's not just up to me, it's up to you guys to decide which of these 2 Pokemon is your favorite. But before you do, time to see these Pokemon on the battlefield. It's time time for the Metronome Battle. Before we get started, I will point out these Pokemon have max IVs in all stats, 0 EVs in all stats, they're not holding any items, they've got neutral natures. The only advantage or disadvantage any of these Pokemon gets comes from their typing, I guess their abilities, and their base stats. Everything else is all up to the Metronome. Let's go. Here we go, it's time, Solgaleo versus Lunala, the battle of the Alola legendaries. Let's find out which evolution of Cosmo M stands up to the other. I know who my money's on, but who's your money on? Let me know in the comments below. And, you know, if you lose the bet, maybe donate to me that winning through PayPal. Just kidding. Here's a Dragon Tail from Lunala onto Solgaleo. Not very effective, of course. And here comes Shiny Lunala with the follow-up. What's he going to do here as it starts things off? Wood Hammer, again, going to be resisted. Also going to do a little bit of... it did more damage than I thought it'd do to Solgaleo, but it's also going to do a little bit of recoil damage to Shiny Lunala itself. Now it's time for regular Solgaleo to start things off for its team. Going for Head Smash. It's really going to utilize its physical attack to do a decent bit of damage there, breaking that Shadow Shield, getting that recoil damage as well. That means regular Lunala is in a little bit of danger, as is, I just realized, the Shiny Lunala, who actually removed its own Shadow Shield. So Lunala is now in a difficult position. Solgaleo, Shiny Solgaleo increasing its special attack by 2 stages with that nasty plot. So now is a little bit more dangerous on the special attacking side of things as well, which is not good for the Lunala team. Regular Lunala going to go for a super effective Phantom Force and going to protect itself as it hides in the abyss, the hidden abyss somewhere with that Phantom Force. That's going to be super effective on that Shiny Solgaleo, who prepares itself with the heal order. I mean, it could be attacking the other Solgaleo, I got no idea, but I'm winging it. I'm winging it. Speaking of winging it, here's Shiny Lunala with its massive wings, going for a not very effective Vice Grip on regular Solgaleo, who is going to absolutely eat that damage up, even with the critical hit. And now it's getting ready to retaliate. What's it going to go for here? It's going to go for a Taunt, but it's going to be avoided by the Lunala, which nobody really knows where it is right now as it gets ready for Phantom Force. Shiny Solgaleo is going to start things off now for its side and go for Horn Drill, but it doesn't affect Lunala. Luckily, Lunala is immune to normal type one-hit KO moves. And here's Shiny Lunala going with Forest's Curse, going to add the grass typing to regular Solgaleo, which does make it 4 times weak to fire at this point, and 2 times weak to bug at this point as well. There's that Phantom Force. Massive damage on Shiny Solgaleo there. Super effective from regular Lunala, who is back on the battlefield now and can take damage once again. Here comes a cut that doesn't affect either of the Lunala there from that regular Solgaleo, so a bit of a slip up there. Still very even at the moment. No one's really got a clear advantage at this point. Shiny Solgaleo is going to go for Acrobatics, which with no item is going to do double the damage for a decent hit on that Shiny Lunala right there. And now it's time for regular Solgaleo to jump into the fray, and it's going to go for a Bite, which is going to be 4 times effective on that Shadow Shieldless Lunala, who now is basically in the danger zone right now. That was massive damage for just a Bite. Here's a Smackdown, again not very effective from Shiny Lunala, just a bit of chip damage onto Shiny Solgaleo there. And now, oh, the flinch from regular Lunala because of that Bite. Oh my days, now it's advantage Solgaleo, look at that. Shiny Solgaleo gears up, gets ready, goes for Noble Roar, gonna lower the attack and special attack of that regular Lunala, just to cripple it even more, if it even manages to survive the turn. I mean, as long as Shiny Lunala is targeted, I guess that regular Lunala will live on. Regular Solgaleo goes for Trick or Treat, but can't add the Ghost type to an already Ghost type Pokemon, so now we see regular Lunala, who has survived, ready to attack with a Sweet Scent, but of course it fails because Full Metal Body prevents any stat drops on the Solgaleo team. And here's Shiny Lunala gearing up with Volt Switch. Just that little bit of damage is going to be applied there to that regular Solgaleo. More damage, again a critical hit, more damage than I thought it would do, to be honest, with a regular old Volt Switch, but it was a critical hit. And here comes the regular Lunala, who is in danger, going for Future Sight. Would really benefit from some kind of healing move, to be honest, to allow itself to live on a little bit further, or maybe even something simple like an Aqua Ring. But here comes Shiny Solgaleo, who's going to go for Heat Wave. That is going to do a decent amount of damage to both the Lunala, and it's enough to take down the regular Lunala and burn the Shiny. So that's not good at all for Shiny Lunala. It's now in a difficult position, needs to either heal itself, get rid of its burn, or just do something to allow it to stay. Here comes a Stone Edge, though. Is it enough by regular Solgaleo? Not enough to take down Shiny Lunala, but the move that Lunala chooses now will determine whether it lives through that burn. Goes for Baby Doll Eyes. Doesn't even affect Solgaleo because of Full Metal Body. The burn damage takes effect, and down goes Shiny Lunala. So absolutely completely battered by Solgaleo there. Well done to the Solgaleo team. They did win this form fight. It's just for funsies, so it doesn't matter too much. Don't cry in the comments, but well done, Solgaleo. So you've heard what I've got to say, you've seen these Pokemon on the battlefield, now it's time for you to make your decision. Which of these two branched evolutions of Cosmoem do you prefer? Is it Solgaleo or is it Lunala? Let me know in the comments and explain to everybody why your pick is the absolute best. And that's where I'm going to leave this episode of Form Fight. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit the like button. If you're new, hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications. If you'd like to support the channel like these lovely people down here do, please pledge to my Patreon. It's patreon.com/AceTrainerLiam, and for live streams all week long, it's twitch.tv/AceTrainerLiam. But until next time, I'm Ace Trainer Liam. Keep on training.